Hi, this is Jane, and this is the Fun and Wellness channel. In this video, you're going to learn how to give yourself a nice acupressure facial massage. And if you do it often enough, maybe twice a day for a few weeks, your face will look brighter and a little more refreshed because you've gotten rid of the excess lymph in the face and you've gotten more blood to come up. Anyway, it'll make you feel better and can't promise anything. I'm not going to get rid of all your wrinkles, but get rid of some of them. Anyway, we have to think about the acupressure point in your face. We have a top section, a side section, a lower section, and a midsection. At some point, you want to pause this and get yourself a little bit of oil. Now I have a little bit of oil in there I can dip. I used a little bit of sweet almond, but you can use olive as long as it's not too thick. You don't want it too thick because you want it slippery. You can add a little water to it. You can add a little hydrosol to it. A hydrosol is what's left over when they make essential oils, and so then they sell that as a hydrosol because it still has some of the compounds in there that the original essential oil had, and they're nice. I actually have one here. It's a hydrosol. I used most of it up, so I added a little distilled water and I added a little aloe vera so that I have a nice thing to spray with for the water part. What we're going to do is not use any emulsifiers. When you have cleansers or things like that, they usually have some oil, some water, mix it up together, and the only way that they can keep it together is with emulsifiers. And we're not going to be using emulsifiers because we're going to have both the water and the oil at the same time, just rubbing our hands together. You'll have to get a little oil and a little water. The water, you can add a little aloe vera to it if you want to, or maybe a drop or two of essential oils. The good essential oils for mature skin is sandalwood, rose, geranium, lavender, and you should have a glass of water because you want to drink a lot of water while we're doing this. It's just good to be hydrated. Let's talk about the pressure points of the face. So we'll start with the top. Here, right smack dab in the middle of your eyebrows, just above your nose, is T1. Above that, so straight up to your hairline, or the beginning of your hairline, that's T2. Either side about an inch or so, or 2 inches, these are T3s. And then below T3s, come down, and it should be right above the pupils of the eyes, you can find little divots. When you're looking for these things, you should find kind of a little hole in your head, not like you're got a hole in the head, but no, a little divot that you can feel where these are. Now, our normal way of doing things is we might find it and then push in a little bit, twirl around one way, twirl around the other way, and then release slowly. That's what we do. Okay, so we have T1, T2, T3, T4. Okay, now we have the side ones. So S1 is right at the end of your eyebrows. And you can feel there's a little divot. Just feel with one of your fingers. There's a little divot right there, a little hole, dent. It's S1. S2 is on the temples, but it's close to where the ear starts. So on the temple. There, S2. S3 is next. This is your tragus, this funny little thing sticking in front of your ear. And right in front of that is the S3. Make sure that you find the divot there. And then we have an S4, which is here. It's about there. Also, we have something called the water wheel, which is right behind the ear, and that's a good lymph collector. So that's a good one. We want to. Sometimes that can be tender. So let's review. We got a T1, a T2, T3, T4 right in the divot there. Okay, now S1 at the end of the eyebrows, 2 on the temple, but just close to where the ear starts, a little bit below where the ear starts. That's S2. S3 is in front of the tragus, and S4 is about halfway down the jaw there. And then the water wheel is behind the ear. You can feel it's pretty tender spot when you're pushing on the jawbone there. Okay, so that's the water wheel. Now we have the midsection. So below the eyes, a little bit below the eyes, on the ocular bone. You find that, and then right below your pupils, all these places are a little bit tender. That's M1. And now straight below it, find your cheekbone, and then right under the M1 is the M3s, and right below the cheekbone, if you push up a little bit, you'll feel them. There's a little divot there. That's the M3. M2 is right on either side of the nose, but not at the widest part, just when the nostril starts to flare. There's a little divot there. And that one, if you rub it around a little bit, push it in a little bit and then rub it around, that will help decongest your sinuses. Also, if you have a headache and you don't have access to like drugs, ibuprofen or anything, there's another little one. We'll call this BL1. I raised my eyebrows because it's right about where the inner corner of the eyebrows are, but right there. And that is a very good one to push up for headaches. It relieves tension. And the L's. So we have L1 right above the chin. See where the line is, where the chin starts? It's above it, right on that line. One. L2 is in the middle above your lip. These are either side of the mouth. And L4s are down straight from the L3. Okay, we're going to start this procedure. First of all, I have to get a little oil on my fingers. I'm going to dip my fingers in here, spread them around my hand too, spread them around. And now I have a little water. I've got a little Hydrosol here. This is a Hydrosol. Where'd it go? Come on, what happened? Hydrosol. There it is. Rum Hydrosol. But it wasn't all Hydrosol. I kind of ran out, so I put a third of the bottle in aloe vera, a third with some distilled water. And so I have a little bit left over in there. That's what I'm using. Okay, squirting on, getting my hands nice and slippery. All right, let's rub your hands together. Rub your hands together. Now put them gently over your eyes. Have this cover your eyes so that there's this little pocket there so you're not pushing on your eyes. And breathe. I want you to breathe deeply through your nose. One, to go to your stomach. Push your stomach in tighter, tighter. Two, one more time. Okay, now take the middle finger, run it up the nose, come across the forehead, down the side of the head. Now up the nose again, across the eyebrows, down the side of the head. Split your fingers up around the ears, see? Then down. Now thumbs under the jawbone, run it up, push in there, and now put these hands right in the middle of the occiput, that little dent in there. Come down with your hands. Down with your hands, out, push. A little more liquid here. I need a little more slip. Okay, here we go. Up, around the face, up around the eyebrows, under the chin, to the middle of the occiput, down. There we go. Okay, now we're going to pinch. I want a little more liquid here. Pinch the eyebrows. Start from the midsection. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now pinch the chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now hands up again and then just down the side. 3 times. Up the nose, across the forehead, down the side. 3rd time, up the nose, across the forehead, down the side. I need a little more water. We're going to use some of this Evian water. I do not get reimbursed by Pranaram nor Evian. Okay, up again. Let's see, up, and now just bring it over. 2, up the nose, bring it over. That's 3. Now put the fingers together, spread across the forehead. That's 1, 2. You want to get rid of those 11s there. 3. And now up this way, up this way, up this way. Now start from the middle, go up to from T1 to T2, and now make some circles. Circle around, circle around, circle around to get to S1. Circle. And then circle around, a couple fingers here. 2, that's right by the temple. Circle around right in front of the tragus, this little doodad there. Circle around back to the water wheel S4. Okay, let's do that again. A little more liquid. I want lots of slip here. Okay, so up, circle, circle, nice circles on the forehead to the S1. Nice circles on the temples, 2. Nice circles to the S3. Nice circles down to the water wheel and S8. One more time. Up, circle, circle, down to S3, down to the water wheel, S8. A little more water. Like it. Now, we're going to start from find the M1, and we're going to circle. Let's see, circle. I'm going to use my pointer fingers here. Circle to M3 once again. That's right under the pupils. Remember, you found it before. You should find it again. 2, another one, 3. Now, what we want to do is just find the M3s. If you have long nails, cut them. Okay, so I want to find the M3s and push there. Just push in and then circle one way, circle the other way, and then release. That's 1. Push in, circle one way, circle the other way, release. That's 2. Push in, circle one way, circle the other way. That's 3. Now let's do the same thing to BL1. So I want to take my thumbs actually. I still need more liquid here. Here we go. Under here, or you can use your fingers, but you want to be right there where those little divots are and push in and up. So you start pushing in and then circle 1, 2, 3, and then circle the other way and release. That's 1. Push in, circle, circle, release. 2, push in, circle, circle, release. That's 3. And we want to do that for M2 there. So circle, circle, don't close off your breathing. Circle, push in, circle, circle. Now actually a little loose is good. That will clear some of your sinuses up. Alrighty, now a little more liquid, please. Now we're going to go from M2, down to this S4, L4. And while we're doing it, we're going to go past the L3. So start from here, circle, and now you could use more fingers because we're working down the nasolabial folds here. Go by the L on either side, and now you can work down the marionette lines. Right? Let's go up to the top. Start again at M2. Circle. You can go circle the other way. Circle, circle, past the L3s right on either side of the mouth, and straight down to the L4s, which are straight below the L3s, getting the marionette lines. All right, one more time. Here, circle, down, circle, circle. I'm pushing, I'm not dragging the skin around. I'm not breaking the skin. I'm not making a bruise here. Now, next is we're going to take the L1 and up to the ears. 2, 3. Oh, that feels so good. I'm going to do it one more time. All right. I use my hands too. There. Okay. And now L1, circle, circle, circle to the S4. 1, circle, circle, circle to the S4. 1, circle, circle, circle to the S4. Now spread up, spread up. Feels good. I'm using the palms now. Spread up. All right, now you want to start with the L2, which is above the lips, and circle, circle, circle all the way to the ears. So start here, circle, circle, circle. They can bigger circles. Now let's take our hands from M2, right above the nostrils, come down and follow along the cheek line, under the cheek, there we go, and up. One more time. Let's use our middle fingers now, or a bunch of fingers there. Okay. Now let's see. Get lots of water, lots of slip on your fingers here. And I like to use this side of my pointer finger and go up, 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 up. Or you can use your palms up, that neck working. All right, and now a little massage with the neck, with the thumbs, especially when I sort of loosen up those sternocleidomastoid SCMs here. These get pretty tight sometimes. And work your way up to the back of the occiput. Push into the back of the occiput, that little divot there, and work your way under the big bone, right on the end of it. A lot of things connect up there. All right, there you go. Now we're going to put our hands over our eyes and use the thumbs to circle at the water wheel and circle again under the occiput. And now a little more liquid here, using the Hydrosol this time. We're going to tap, 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 very gently, just gently tap. Wake up that face. If you want to tap your head too, and don't mind getting a little oil in your hair, that's okay. Tap, 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 tap. And now we're going to rub our ears. So pull down on your earlobes. So the ears actually map to a little fetus. So here's the head, and then that maps to your spinal cord. And you want to, when you stimulate your ears, you stimulate the whole body. You're massaging your whole body there because it's a reflexology thing. Okay, get those ears nice and hot, 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 hot. Okay, a little more liquid here. Now let's do our washing again. So up the nose, across, down, again, up, split the hands, fingers, either side of the ears. Down, take the thumbs under the chin and the hands back to the occiput, then down the back of the neck, down the front of the neck, and over to the side. One more time. A little more liquid. We want lots of slip here. Up, out, round, above, around the ears, under the chin, in the back, there. And let's see. Now we want to pinch again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pinch the chin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now rub your hands together. Put them on your eyes. This is called palming. Rest, breathe gently. Don't push on your eyeballs. 3 nice deep breaths. 1, 2, diaphragmatic breathing. 3. Okay. Now, so if you do this, what I want you to do is get good at it so that you can get it done in like 5-7 minutes or something, the procedure. The rest of them, because you'll already learn where the points are, you won't have to redo that. But learn the procedure and then try to do it every morning and every evening for a couple weeks. Then you can go back down to maybe once a day and see what your face looks like. It should, one, be less puffy because you've gotten rid of some of the lymph that's located there that was stagnant. Also, you get rid of toxins because you brought blood up. The blood comes along, whooshes away the toxins so that your face is going to look better. I notice that when I do a lot of aerobics and my face gets all red, I'll do it consistently for a while, my complexion is much nicer. It just gives it a nice glow, and you can get that glow by doing this. And so another suggestion is have a little party. Invite your friends over, okay, maybe a couple gal friends, maybe the guys, I don't know if the guys are really into this, and have a party. Watch the video, all do it together, learn from each other, laugh, whatever, and then maybe meet twice a week or something to do it for a while, so at least you get in the habit, and you will see your friends start to glow better, and me too. So I also would appreciate some subscribing because I didn't get any subscribing last week. I put out a nice long video, and I'm feeling a little lonely here, guys. It's not that hard to subscribe, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything. Thank you so much for coming. And we're going to have some more do-it-yourself spa treatments, some masks, some of the procedures that you can do at home. So you look better and you feel better and you have more fun. So thank you. Bye. We'll see you again, I hope.